Well, cigarettes have broken through the $20 ceiling. They're now, they were $20.20 in there. I hand them out way too much. But the thing is, like, the only people I really hand them out to are like my regulars, guys I've known for years. Or, you know, a lot of them have like a tough time out here. They fucking need a cigarette. But, you know, every once in a while I get that pushy tourist or someone that, you know, one guy didn't understand one day. He was like, I'll give you $1 for a cigarette. I'm like, no, dude. He's like, no, but I'm giving you $1. I mean, yeah, but what the fuck am I going to do with $1? You know, it's just silly. And I know you may look around when I do these videos and you don't see anyone smoking. And you really don't. No one smokes around here, but trust me, a lot of people hit me up for them. I don't know where they're smoking them, but they definitely want them. I just did like a great presentation in my head, but I didn't record it. I do that a lot. I walk around like just trying to kill time, traveling from point A to point B, and something will pop in my head and I start thinking about it. And in my mind, like, you know how you hear yourself talk, or those of us in the 5 percentile hear ourselves talk. We have a running dialogue going on. This horrifies the normie. They don't understand it. They think you're a psycho. Like, what do you mean you hear your voice in your head? It's not even like it's your voice. It's just, I don't know, the voice. And it's not like a schizophrenic thing. I mean, that's, you know, another issue. But yeah, there's it just goes on. And I'll be working these things out. I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty brilliant. I wish I could get that on fucking camera, but I don't. Same thing with walking around the house, doing funny skits or jokes. I have a new character called Willie Brown, the put-upon bluesman that I've been torturing Nia with. I don't know if he's appropriate for YouTube though, but I came upon the idea of him one day when I had that terrible Moby song stuck in my head. That, ooh, Lord, trouble so hard, ain't nobody no more trouble but God. That shit. He took a bunch of old Delta blues, like field record. Well, they're not field record. They're field recordings. They kind of are. They are field recordings, really, of old Delta bluesmen, and just put this like gay dance club music bed behind it, and fucking people ate that shit up in 1998. They couldn't get enough of the homoerotic old bluesman music. It was huge. And one that was stuck in my head the other day, I was like, you know, this is so funny. These old blues guys talk about their troubles and their woes and their feet tired and all this stuff, when in reality they were the ones causing all of their problems. You know, trying to S.A. the waitress at the fucking nightclub you're playing at is not a good idea, or successfully getting away with it. I mean, there's a reason why Robert Johnson was killed, because someone put poison in his beer bottle. These guys are assholes. I mean, you know, it's the same thing. It's just, imagine like modern day people of that background and just transpose them back there. Just, you know, same kind of problems following them, you know, because of the same kind of behaviors, you know. And it was always like, woe is me, for me. Like, that song in particular just irks me. Ain't nobody no more trouble. So through that, I created the put-upon bluesman character, old poor Willie Brown, who can't seem to understand why God is always putting these troubles on him when he's shooting people with guns at clubs and essaying women after hours, and basically causing trouble in every fucking community he wanders into, and then gets chased out of and cries like victimhood. Nothing's really changed with fucking his people. It's the same thing. But yeah, it's really funny to me. But I don't think I could pull it off here on YouTube. Maybe if I had him singing. I could do a singing Willie Brown. Willie Brown, the Put Upon Blues. And the name Willie Brown comes from Robert Johnson, the old Robert Johnson field recordings of that. You know, when I first got into music, I was gaslit by that whole fucking Delta Blues thing, because Led Zeppelin liked them and the Stones liked them and all these, you know, guys we liked them. So of course it had to be the shit. And when I started exploring that stuff, you know, I remember getting the Robert Johnson box set, which has everything, all the recordings. And, you know, I'm listening to it, this guy in a rocking chair. It's like, dude, stop fucking rock. If you're going to record, like, just get out of the chair. His feet are tired, though, so. And, you know, in my mind, I'm like, this is good. Because I've been told that, and it's been programmed into me. It must be good. Because look at all that's come from it. All this British hard rock and blues and whatever. So I'm just not getting it. I need to get it. And for a while I kind of tricked myself, you know, into like thinking, you know, I was expanding my horizons by listening to these old drug addicts who had an SA fetish. And one day the spell just kind of broke, and I'm like, this really sucks. This is this primitive. It's almost like a joke. And then I felt kind of like a joke was played on me. I felt like humiliated. Like they fucking, this is more humiliation. Yeah, Goyam, this is where all the music comes from that you enjoy. It comes from these guys who brought it here from Africa because they had tons of stringed instruments over there. They're doing arpeggios like mad. Yeah, you'll like it. Stupid Goyam. You know, that's kind of what it was crystallized to me in my mind finally at one point, and I'm like, fuck this shit. It's not good. I gotta be careful with this absolutely alt-right haircut I have walking around my neighborhood yelling about Goyam. Have some fucking, the ice cream van will be circling my block. You know, it's weird. It's like a lot of videos recently, and it's just gotten more and more like this as since the pandemic. Are just so focused on the first world being besieged by the third world, whether that's immigration or people in your neighborhood that don't belong there. I don't want it to be that way. I don't like to talk about it. I know if anything, it's going to get me probably in trouble in some cases, but you know, I have to leave the house. So whatever I have planned or had, I don't really plan this shit. I just kind of record, and at the end of the day, I see what I have and try to put it together. But whatever that, you know, may have been circling in my mind to talk about goes right out the window as soon as I start walking around out here. And just, you know, it's like, oh, I miss my old neighborhood, you know. And then you start seeing the fucking nonsense situations which develop as the day goes on, and it's just like my head gets stuck in that mode, you know. And it's such a waste of time of mine and yours for me to bat on and on about, you know, the situation, how, you know, the neighborhood's been completely fucking ruined, you know, and it's sad. But what am I going to do? It's every Western city is going through the same thing. I just thought we'd be immune to it because of our location and the great cost of importing people here. And then after that, the great cost of trying to live here. I mean, it's fucking the most expensive place in the U.S., you know. I would say, unless you had some kind of family here that's lived here for generations like we do, or a lot of money, you're probably going to have a real tough time. Hey man, how you doing? I mean, if the government's paying for everything, like is in the case of this new immigrant influx of residents, it's a different story. But the thing with that is, I was talking to one of the guys that I talked to about this stuff, one of the few people I can talk to in person about this situation, because he's watched it unfold himself. And he's gone through a lot of the same things I've gone through. Like thinking like, he's losing his mind because he sees it happening and he watches all the things and no one else mentions it because no one really can. And I know people notice. They have to. It's not like a group of I don't know. It's people that stand out really easily, and then when you've never had them in your area before, it becomes very noticeable. And like with me, I leave the house and I'm confronted with this new reality, and right away I'm like, what the fuck? And then I end up making one fucking stupid video after another about I sound like the fucking put upon fucking bluesman now. Oh, they ruined my neighborhood. They brought Willie Brown in. You know, I can't do that. I can't do my Willie Brown character because it's racist. That's a whole nother thing too, like that whole idea, you know, being racist. Like, why are people like that? You know, why are they? You know, it doesn't matter where I stand, guys. You see what happens every time. Why are they like that? I would say it's exposure to people that makes people not like people. Do you know what I mean? Isn't it kind of amazing though, like every single time, and I know you know, I just seem like I'm whining about it all the time, but everywhere I stand, I'm chased, I'm moved out of. It's kind of funny. I'll go over here. I'm not going to stay out much longer because I can't take this kind of shit. But I'll go over here and then suddenly someone is working on this left park right here. There's just no way to go. You just go in your house and lock the door. I'll be back later. I just want to get something out because I'm stuck on this video about David Bowie, how he didn't die in 2016, and the more I get into it, just the more I'm just going around finding stuff online to add to it, and it's fucking taking forever. So I want to just get a nice light walk in, and then go back to working on that stuff. Plus, someone's going to come and need to be right here. You know, there are plenty of other spots, but they need to be in the fucking one I'm seeing. And yeah, so I wanted to do just a quick one to get out, and all I can do is lament about, you know, what's happened here. You know, it's at a point where, I mean, see, you know, do you think I'm kidding with this shit, right? You think I'm kidding with this shit? I know some of the older people have seen this kind of behavior, but is it like I don't think it's a gang stalking thing, but it definitely is Truman Show-esque. Like even hiding over here in this corner, eventually, oh look. I don't need to say anything else. Nothing else needs to be said. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Till next time I see you, don't blame the teacher, blame the school. Went down the hill to grape another woman. I went down the hill to grape another woman. All I wants to do is grape more women, but they chase poor Willie Brown right out of town. Am I monetized yet?